Thank you so much, Mr. Moderator, for such a great introduction. Good morning, everyone. Let me also say it's an absolute pleasure to be here with all of you for the 2026 PEMNA high-level plenary conference. This is my first time in PEMNA, and this is my first time in Seoul. Thanks to Patrick here to bring me here to Korea. Thanks to PEMNA as well, of course. So I'm here today representing Artificial Fiscal Intelligence Timor-Leste. So our work is support to Ministry of Finance Timor-Leste. So I'm here with my colleagues from Treasury Department, Mr. Francisco and Mrs. Alicia. So as you can see, our title of presentation today is Building a Fiscal Intelligence. We choose this carefully because our focus is not just adopting the new technology or the sake of it, but it's about how we use AI to elevate our capabilities, turning our raw data into smart, actionable, and transparency insight. I have to let you guys know that we just started recently, maybe 2-3 years now, using AI in our public financial system. So let us dive in. So to start, let's look at the challenge we face, which is answer the question, why does fiscal intelligence matter? We have heard yesterday from the panel discussion. I have listened to so many presentations until now. I believe that like many of the government represented here today, as Minister of Finance Timor-Leste also generate a massive, continuous stream on fiscal and transactional data every single day. However, having a lot of data isn't the same as having good information. Our primary struggle has been that data is highly fragmented. It is in different ways, disconnect the system, and is spread across various ministries and agencies, making it very difficult to give us the big picture. And then if you say AI is enabled, I reference to presentation from Mrs. Daniela yesterday. So we believe that this is exactly AI steps in. So we use AI not just to see the a buzzword, but we are actively using AI to cut through the fragmentation to help the ministry gain much deeper, actionable fiscal insight. So the real advantage here is the efficiency. We see that AIs allow us to analyze the massive data sets that quicker, dive deeper into the trends, and do in all ways that far and less costly than rely on purely on manual reconciliation and analysis. So the bottom line here, if I want to talk about the transformation, what we are talking here is sort of moving to evolution of Treasury role in Timor-Leste. We are shifting our focus from the basic mechanics of data collection, moving past standard reporting, and arriving at our true goal, generating cost-effective fiscal intelligence that can actively inform and improve our government decision. Moving to my second point here, I would like to highlight that in Timor-Leste, before we can achieve the fiscal intelligence, we have to build the foundation. AI is incredibly powerful, but it is only good as data you feed in. You cannot simply plug it into AI, like we discussed today, my question today, unstructured data or and you want to expect a good result. Therefore, the first major milestone was creating highly structured fiscal data set. The bullet point here, I would like to highlight it. To achieve this structure, we developed what we call super chart of account. I have Mr. Francisco here, is our local expert, been working on the super chart of account all the time. This is acted as a master key standardizing and harmonizing financial classification across all different systems and ministries so that they can speak the same language. We also knew that the point in the time data isn't enough for prediction intelligence. We undertook multi-year fiscal data integration, bringing together historical data so AI can analyze trends, not just a current snapshot. And essentially, this effort resulted in an AI-ready data architecture. We structured the data, especially in a way that large language model and AI agent can easily inject, map, and understand. So use the cloud as a server for the data. So if you look at this number here, sorry, you cannot see it clearly. We structured the data matrix to build and immediately to see how the comprehensive dashboard. We use one of the social protection report for our policy discussion. In this slide, I'd like to talk a little bit about how we use GFS and COFOC for the multi-annual reporting. As many of you know, align local financial data with international standards like GFS and COFOC is traditionally massive, labor-intensive, or maybe headache as well, especially when dealing with multiple languages. Historically, this required teams of people manually mapping line items across complex or bridging tables. We use AI where the large language model and AI agent truly shine in. We have deployed these tools to handle automatic classification as well. Instead of human reading through the spreadsheet, the complicated Excel sheet, the AI can act intelligent translator. It understands the content of our local spending and automatically maps it to the correct GFS and COFOC codes. So the impact of our flow has been transformative. We are talking about drastically reduced manual work. And to put in perspective, AI processes millions of classification almost instantly. It does super fast, and it level accuracy, and that's incredibly difficult to maintain with manual human entry. So you can see we use for our infrastructure report, and then this is for our government policy decision as well. Moving to our fourth pillar, let's look at one of the most critical and large component of any government budget, public sector payroll here, that utilizing the payroll analysis and automatic issue detection. We are taking the two-pronged approach. We use AI to help our technical teams generate the complex code needed and HR database. We deploy AI agent to continuously monitor the payroll process. We also carefully look at the risk management and the compliance. The essential point I want to mention that historically in our experience, auditing payroll means manual spot check, which are slowly and leave massive blind spot. Now we commence to use AI for continuous payroll anomaly detection. The system automatically flags usually payment patterns and expected over time the duplicate bank account. And very, how to say, what do I experience in Timor? This is our most powerful tool to also detect the ghost worker identification. By cross-referencing multiple data set, the AI can highlight it and suggest this worker might not actually exist, but safeguarding for our public funds. So in short, I would like to highlight it here that if you look at the numbers and slide here, with the AI, it helps us also can see the practice with some of the ministry. We can see number of staff, look at the demographic, especially sex and race, and also a strategy inside of the gender also workforce planning. I believe everyone here will agree that procurement is traditionally are highly vulnerable and both bottlenecks and compliance risks. This is what Timor-Leste also experienced. In Timor-Leste, our goal here using AI in the procurement and contract is to dive deeper into inefficiency detection for action. We used to log in the contracts. We actively using AI also to find where the system is slowing down and every risk that hiding in the procurement and contract. So with AI, we automated, we can see vendor classification and identify anonymously. The system can spot unusual bidding patterns and duplicate vendor profile and other, error that we can see with AI. So, in short, we see that AI giving us the visibility to pay, the bills faster, while keeping much closer eye on the fund that we are going. Moving into the sixth point here, we look at how Treasury is changing the budget preparation process through the rolling forward estimate. In Timor-Leste, in the past traditionally, we look at the backward what was spent. And now we are looking forward by providing highly structured foundation data, and Treasury become the dominant driver efficient for the entire budgeting cycle. So the game changer here, I want to draw your attention to the most critical metric slides. Here we mentioned 30 minutes versus weeks. I heard the presentation also yesterday about the 2 days and versus weeks. So in our experience in the past, updating baseline expenditure estimate across all different ministry and dimension, fund, admin, activity, location, object, was painstakingly manual task that took over a week or month, even like long time. So now, we use granularly parameters-based system. If a macroeconomic variable change or a policy parameter shift, we can update and forward estimate across every single coding block dimension in just 30 minutes. We just started. It's still learning by doing, but this is something that we see already momentarily leap operational efficiency. So because we are not spending more weeks building the baseline, and then now we can just focus on high value analysis. So the rapid turnout here is that we can do multi-year forecasting, we can do MTFF, and then also projecting the base hard data that we have in Timor-Leste. So the slide here, in the slide, you can see how we generate the forward estimate by economic classification, program, or COFOC and location that we use AI to help on doing that. Let me pass this. Sorry, just recognize my. Give me 1 minute just to see this. Yeah. So, sorry about the technical error. Here I would like to highlight that we also transforming the budget process. We look at how Treasury moving the process on rolling forward estimate. I'm sorry, I think I missed my presentation. I'm really, really sorry here. The reference. So we use AI to help us to look at also the fiscal sustainability. As you may know, or all of you are aware that Timor-Leste, we pretty much rely on petroleum farm. So part of the exercise for the fiscal sustainability, we use to see the 4 quadrants, what sort of analysis that we can use. Tax, efficiency, balance sheet, and grants. Politically, when you use grants and tax, like country like Timor-Leste, it's a lot of, afford a lot of government decision that has to be involved. But what we look at here that with the spending efficiency and pricing, and we can give the government in terms of the policy decision to be decided. So this is bring to my very last point. In many ways, I'd like to highlight that one quick message here that the most takeaway that AI will not take local expert work, but AI help us to give us sort of data organizing, to give us evidence to make our work efficiency. And then if you talk about the role of the AI and human, why AI does to us is significantly enhance our team's ability to analyze and understand complex fiscal system and allow us to process information much quicker and more comprehensive and then fragmentation traditional costs. That concludes my presentation, and sorry a little bit of the miss take hour. Happy to take some questions for the others.